You know the type of person who always stands way too close to you when they talk to you? And they always have bad breath. Well, luckily I'm not that person because I brush my teeth sometimes. So yeah, anyways, Froe here for another vanilla-ish Let's Play episode. Thank you for joining me. Look at the sword swing. Kind of funky looking. Anyways, hey, you guys have been giving me a lot of great feedback in my videos, and I really appreciate that. Oh, look at that. You can do some kind of cool angles with this. But yeah, it's that time again for us to do some work on our island together. It's been a while. Hold on. I gotta take my pants off. There we go. Otherwise I'm too fast. You guys can't see all the cool little details we have around our base. Like this. Ooh. Details. Yeah. Actually, though, I am really proud of this little stretch of our base. It's like a little cafe. I don't know. I can imagine sitting here and drinking some tea or coffee and looking at the bees. Try not to get stung, of course, by those behemoths. So yeah, we're going to be grassing it up a little bit to begin with this episode. Our island is a mushroom biome, or whatever it's called. Mushroom Island. Gotta get rid of the mycelium and fill it in with grass. And so let's go ahead and get started with that. Step 1 is put my pants back on. Step 2 is fill up our inventory with grass and pack it into the shulker boxes. And we can do that because we only have a double chest full. So we're just going to do 2 shulker boxes worth. And we take these things and we do a little bit of a flyby over our base. Here's those awesome statues we built. Oop. The past couple episodes. They look pretty awesome. Thank you again for leaving those comments and participating. It was really fun. And it really pushed me as a builder too. And showed you guys how not good of building I am too at the same time. Okay. Enough rambling. Let's get down to placing the grass here. So then we take our shulker boxes, plop them down on the ground, fill up our inventory, and we start grassing it up. Pretty sure you guys all kind of know the dealio when it comes to laying grass. What you may not know, though, is just how fast you kind of burned through it. It's like 1 second you have a full inventory of grass, and then the next it's like poof, all up in smoke. You're out. And it kind of sucks, because then you have to go get more. And I usually leave the shrooms for another day because taking them down just kind of clogs up your inventory, so it's not a good idea to mix the 2 activities. And we finished grassing it up, so we got grass from like that hill, kind of following along the line here, all the way up until like that tippy top part of the mountain over there, and kind of a little bit over there as well. So there's just so much mycelium we have to cover over that this is going to be one of those projects that we do forever. So let's move on with the episode, though. Something we haven't looked at for a while is this little area. Look at it. Details, right? I actually think it turned out pretty good. We got like a little swimmy area with some fishies inside of it. And I decided to go with orange and yellow themed flowers in this little garden patch. And we're going to have a path that goes from this intersection point all the way around here up to the top of this mountain, which is on the back side of our storage room. Which, by the way, I don't know if I've ever shown this actually on camera. I built like a secret little room up there, which is awesome. So let's go look at that quick. All we have to do to get to that secret little room is this. And here we are. And it spits out a new ender pearl so we can place it. And now we're up. So right, that's where we were just at. And now we're up in the secret room. I have no idea what to build here though. Any suggestions would be awesome. And then we just press that button to get back. So pretty simple. Oh, we do this. Okay, let's look at our statistics because we haven't done that in quite a while here. Pretty boring stuff. I'm looking for deaths. Holy cow, 1,200 kilometers sprinted. 187 distance swum. I like that word, swum. Walked on water, 100 kilometers? What does that mean to walk on water? Is that like on ice? I wonder. 900 kilometers by elytra? I kind of figured it'd be higher than that, but I don't know. Ooh, we haven't done anything with pigs yet. Yeah. Okay. Something to keep in mind. Distance by Strider? I do not remember ever riding one. Weird. I figured out, by the way, the 576,000 no blocks tuned is because I had a auto fishing farm way in the beginning of the world to get name tags. So yeah. So we're at almost 25 days of playing. That's insane. And it's been 2 days since our last death, which means like about 48 hours. And we're on death number, where is it? I always kind of find it interesting how it feels like your statistics are always in like a different order every time you load them up. We're looking for deaths. Where is that? Number of deaths? Is that what it would be called? Number of deaths, yeah. So 35. So that's interesting because I think the last death we've shown on camera was 34. Right? Yeah, 34. And we've died 35 times. Which, wait. Is that right? Only 35? 34 Enderman. Legendary Totem. King's Quartz. You know, honestly, I'm kind of losing track of our items. The original goal with this was to record every time we die, sacrifice an item, which is what we have up here. So these are all items that are sacrificed, and then we can't use them anymore. And we would lay them to rest in the Catacombs, which are way over here. I haven't touched them in a long time or really used them, but they were inspired by, you guessed it, not this, Rome. The Catacombs of Rome are really cool. If you ever get a chance to check them out, there's some really cool video. Where is this thing? Is it like, I swear the entrance is like right here. Where are my catacombs? Okay, now I'm getting really sidetracked. I apologize. All right, I found the entrance. We follow the tracks and take a left. And that brings us down to the catacombs, which again were inspired by ancient Rome. Their catacombs were kind of like a dark sandy stone color. So I went with orange and terracotta and acacia wood and a bunch of little things. Again, details, kind of. But yeah, we haven't shown this off in a long time. So I guess this would be a good opportunity to. The idea with these is this is where you'd put bodies to lay them to rest, stuff like that. And here is an example of a catacomb itself. There shouldn't be grass down here. Must have been Enderman. So it's not quite done because we don't have the walls finished. And this project never really took off because we never come down underground. Like there's no reason to come down here. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to give up on it. But for example, in episode 20, we died. So we had to put up our crystal sword, it's called, right? And we have a little bit of a description. Died while caving, lost most of my gear, had to sacrifice these. And then that's our legendary helm. Episode 20, that's a long time ago. Holy cow. And like coming this direction, we have more places to put the bodies, more details. It gets a little bit dark in here because we don't have to worry about mob spawning, which I think is a cool mechanic. So like technically, I think my original goal was to have like all the torches off. So it's like pitch black in here almost. And then over here was supposed to be a different type of catacomb. It's supposed to follow this theme, which is something that I saw on Reddit. So again, don't think that I'm creating it. I just really liked how this one turned out, especially the floor. That's what I was inspired for, or inspired by Reddit, was having like a water-filled, crack-filled floor, and like there's water coming in from that side. It kind of flows through and then it makes its way underground there. Kind of a cool idea. And here we have our beaver teeth, which we had to sacrifice. So it's actually one of our first deaths. Episode 5 and 6, death by caving. Death number 13. That's actually insane. We're on episode 40 and we only have 35 deaths. Uh-oh. And knock on wood on that. So only 35 deaths and we're on episode 43. And here they're on episode 5 and we had 13 deaths. So that's kind of crazy. It means we've gotten a lot better at the game. And our armor has gotten a lot better too. So I made a little bit of a mistake in saying that I showed death number 34 on camera, because technically you guys haven't seen that yet. I recorded that a little while ago and we're going to show it this episode, in fact, but it has to do with collecting a bunch of shulker boxes for our storage system here and for like our end chest and basically just for general use. So we're going to go to the end of this episode, or rather I went to the end. You're going to see the adventure now. Oh yeah, and also we're going to be running a data pack while we're in the end called Vanilla Parody. So I didn't know this, but I knew that looting doesn't make more shulker shells drop from a shulker, but it does in Bedrock Edition. So this data pack changes that a little bit. So we actually ended up getting a ton of shulker boxes from this little trip. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Cool, here we go. And we're actually going to fly this direction this time. Hello, Ender Dragon. Bye. All right, we found land. It was just really, really high up there. We got to grab this last time we came here. So I couldn't die. Couldn't grow any shulker stuff. Cool, so we're just going to fly around. Try to explore our map a little bit. Durability of our elytra is good. It looks fine. Trying to find end cities, of course. So we can get, hopefully, another legendary elytra would be probably the best outcome. But if we end up just getting like more shulker boxes and stuff, that's fine as well. Cool, so here's our first one. Let's take a look. So we do have that data pack, the Vanilla Parody, and that makes it so that we should be getting extra shulker shell drops from these guys. Because in Bedrock, apparently they're affected by looting, and in Java they're not. So let's take a look. Okay. And apparently we got an achievement for that. Oh, see, look at that one, dropped multiple shells. We got one. Now we have 4, so we got 3 shells from that guy. Oh, that's awesome. That's going to make this a lot more efficient. And you know, it is a Bedrock feature, so I don't feel too guilty about it. Oh. Die. Cool. Alright, first chest in this second end adventure here. Oh. Oh, we'll take that. The iron's always good, of course, as well. Yeah, nothing fantastic. Should also make sure that we get some ender pearls, but I'm going to be really careful when we do this because they're actually pretty strong. These guys are. So we're going to make like a little platform here, I guess. And kind of just farm them for a little bit. So they shouldn't be able to reach me inside of here. Hopefully not. And then we do have our looting 5, so that makes killing these guys... Oh! Oh! Get away from here. Oh man, they're pretty strong. Let's put our totem on. Ah! This is not going to plan. Here's my food. Hello, you are intruding. Oh baby, that's a big one. Let's check out the end ship first, since we're here. Oh, okay. Ah, he got me anyways. Yeah, it's luck. Oh, mending, that's not bad for normal armor. Otherwise, kind of junk stuff. Some gold, not bad. Otherwise, some junk stuff. But an elytra is always good to find. We do have another mending book at home that we got. So we could put that on this elytra as well now. Let's see, where's that? Dragon's head. Here we go. What is that enchantment for? Oh. Huh. Oh. Interesting. Hmm. The hair just keeps going. Oh, that's funny. And here is the end of our end adventure. I'm wearing just kind of random gear, so I'm not worried about sacrificing it. And we're just going to pack up and head on out of here. We just got to kill ourselves quick so that we can get back to our home and then sacrifice one of these less good gears that we have right now. And I'm pretty sure, I've actually never done this, but I think if we just throw an ender pearl through here, it'll bring us back to the island. And then we're just going to let something kill us. I think we're going to let an enderman or an ender dragon, whatever gets us first. Actually, wait, I wonder if we could, maybe every time we come here, we take down one tower. Let's try it quick. Oh, I miss. Let's try that again. Just, we better eat though before we die of fall damage. Uh-oh, yeah, okay. Well, there goes that idea. Oh, man. That's okay, that's okay. So since these items don't matter as much, I figured it'd be cooler to show you the sacrificer actually working in action. So here's the randomizer, sped up by 3 times. And it looks like the legendary totem is death number 34. All right, we're back to the present now, and so that explains death number 34. But we're in death number 35, aren't we? Yeah, death number 35. So what happened? So I was upgrading our Exp Dispenser here so that it worked a little bit better, because I didn't like how you had to load up the XP, and I also didn't like how it kind of rained on us. So this is the new updated version, and I got up to like level 70 or even 80. I think it was like 70 or something after I got done working on this. And I was like, hey, that's awesome. I'm kind of tired of working on redstone, so let's do some caving. And I went caving, and we got snuck up on by just a lone little creeper, and he got us in the middle of nowhere. So we actually lost all of our stuff from this, which was really tragic, but it was a long time ago now. We've kind of recovered. So yeah, that kind of stinks. Our biggest loss though was our elytra that we got from the phantom boss mob. So that was a pretty big hit to our ego, dying from a plain old creeper after having all of this legendary gear. But you know, they'll get you. They'll sneak up on you. I wanted to show off the upgraded Exp Dispenser as well, just since we're here. So we just got like random barrels for decorations, probably put some mob heads or something around here somehow, maybe here, I don't know. I was having a problem before where the EXP was getting stuck, so I made a way to retrieve it up here, just so that we don't lose any EXP at all. It's a little bit more efficient. And then also, if you remember the past system, we had dispensers in the ground, like where this glowstone was, and we'd have to fill them all up with EXP individually. Now I just have a central chest that if I put any items in here, it gets funneled into the EXP dispensing system. And back here is the redstone. It's pretty basic. Hey, let me up. It when you put items down below, it detects that and it turns on a rapid clock, which powers this dispenser as well as this one. So we have 2 of them that the chest above there feeds into. And then we have a piece of ice where the EXP gets dispensed onto, or kind of like over there where there's a furnace. And then we have a slime block that pushes the EXP down the chute and rains on us. And it's a better system than before. The old one was a lot slower, and we lost a lot of EXP because it got caught up in the middle here. EXP is really kind of finicky. It doesn't work that well. I try to make like a water elevator with the EXP bottles, but they don't really like that either. I can show you a little bit of a clip of that. So yeah, I wanted the EXP bottles to actually rain down on us instead of the EXP. And this is a bubble column, but you know, it doesn't work. And look at this. I even double checked it by adding in water source blocks on top, and it still didn't work that well. It's pretty unreliable. I did manage to get it to work, but it's so unreliable, like you lose half your EXP or even more, that I just switched to the other system we're using now. All right, and we're back underneath the EXP dispensing system now, so like that's our enchanting setup right up there. We got all of our bucks stored here. When you throw an item inside of this hopper, it gets fed into this bottom dropper, which then gets detected and moves this piston one block over, activating a observer clock, which powers the whole system up above. Right, this redstone goes all the way on up and feeds into the dispensers. And let's see, what else did we do? I think we have it. Yeah, so we have a target block here that feeds into this hopper. So if the system is running, then this hopper is locked. And the reason why we did that is this dropper here is going to dispense right up through the floor. And we're supposed to be standing there to pick up the items. But if we're not there, then we want to prevent the items from going back into the system, creating an infinite loop. So that's kind of the idea there. It works okay. Oh, there's a bear behind us. All right, so we're going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate that, like I've said. Again, the best way to give me feedback is by giving me a like or dislike, and the next best way is to leave a comment. Last episode, we did a lot of caving. Let's see, we're still smelting a lot of it up. So check this out. Oh, boy. Yeah, we got a ton of iron. Actually, let's clear our inventory. Let's just drop off everything quickly here because we're going to make a couple stacks of iron blocks together. It is the best feeling in this game. So we can make almost 3 stacks of iron blocks. Do we have any iron in here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's 3 stacks of iron blocks. That's amazing. Uno, dos, tres. Cool. And that like doubles... Oh no, I was going to say that like doubles our iron supply, but we actually have an insane amount right now. But some of this we have to kind of reserve for the beacon. We took it apart because we're remodeling up there, which is another project I haven't shown you yet. And I do feel a little bit guilty of that. It's because I had a winter break, played a whole bunch of Minecraft, recorded it, but never really made the videos. I just kind of wanted to play. So I'm sorry about that. You guys are kind of seeing some of the footage now, like from the end adventure, almost a month later, which I feel a little bit guilty about. So yeah, that explains death number 34 and death number 35. We're not going to sacrifice any items for death number 35 because we lost everything, which really actually set us back for a while. We lost our netherite core splitter and netherite mending tool or shovel. Speaking of losing mending tools, we actually lost our mending shovel, our last one we had when we were making the pixel art a couple episodes ago. Wasn't paying attention and I broke it. Whoops. So my last question for you is, these items that we have here aren't like super important. Some of them are, like the King Arthur's or like the legendary totem. And so I was thinking, you know, we could probably just put these in the catacombs and forget about them. And then more important items like the totem, we could give like a cooler monument or resting place somewhere on the surface. You guys think that's a good use of the catacombs down there? If that makes sense at all, I don't know. So basically, whenever we lose an item or have to sacrifice it, I like to memorialize it or immortalize it, I guess, in our world somehow. And here's a really great example of that. We have our legendary elytra that we lost. So I built this whole little space for it just to kind of commemorate that event. I don't remember what we died from, but we got this one episode and then the next we died. Whoops, what's it say? I think there's actually a sign or something, or there should be a sign that says it somewhere. I don't remember. Down below here. No, I'll have to look into that. I've been getting kind of lazy when it comes to recording stuff in our world, and I want to get back in the groove of doing a good job of that. So, all right, with that said, you guys have a wonderful night. I always mention food at the end of my episodes, so I'm thinking lasagna is the food for tonight. Yum, I love lasagna. We just made a whole bunch. It's really good. See ya.